Hello YouTube, how you all doing? Osazmusic here. Welcome to another exciting music lesson with me. So today I'll be teaching you this beautiful song by Israel and the New Breed titled There's a Lifting. It's in the key of C major. So as usual, we establish our key center. We'll go through a number system in the key of C major. So we have the C for the 1, we have the D for the 2, we have the E for the 3, we have the F for the 4, we have the G for the 5, we have the A for the 6, we have the B for the 7, and back to the 1. That's a number system. So the song actually started with a pentatonic scale. That's the A, the G, A, C, D. The G, A, C, D, C. Both hands. G, A, D. Sorry about that. We started with the G, A, C, D, C. That's it. That's the intro. So the next chord, we have this. From the top to the bottom. For our right hand, we have the G, we have the D, we have the C and the E flat. While for our left hand, we're simply holding the E7. That's the D and the E. You can add the B, it's optional. So everything goes again. There's the lifting of the hands. So that's it. So that's the after the intro. The next thing we go to is this pickup line, C D E, C D E, C D E. That's for our right hand. That's the pickup line to go to the C major chord, which we have the E, the C, and the G. E major and the C major chord, second inversion. While for our left hand, we have the 10, the G, and the C. That's the E, the G, and the C for our left hand. We can always hold C octave without this 10 stretch, and hold C octave with the addition of the G. So it goes. This is the next chord. We have the C added 2 over the 3. For our right hand, we have the G, we have the D, and we have the C. That's the 2, the D, the added 2, and the G. While for our left hand, we have the D, we have the C, and the E. So for our right hand, the next chord, we have the F major chord, but voiced differently. So I voiced it this way. For our right hand, from the top to the bottom, we have the F, the C, and the G. While for our left hand, we have the F and the A. So that's it. So everything goes. Then the next chord we have is like a drop down movement. From the C, the right hand playing the C, the B, the A to the G. From the C to the G. Y is like harmonizing both melody lines. While for our left hand, we have in the A, the G, the F, and the E. So that's it. So we slow it. The same. Then we'll play this pickup line G, C, D, G. Yeah. That's it. So everything goes. There's a lifting of the hand. So that's the next part we're going on. So after the then the next part we have help. So this is the next part. So what we have is the F, the D, the F, the D, the pinky and the middle finger plays the F and the D, and the next one our ring finger and the index finger plays the E and the C, then our middle finger and the thumb plays the D and the B, while holding down this E7 on our left hand, which we have the E, so we have the D, we have the A flat and the E. From the top to the bottom we have the D, the A flat and the E. So we have this pickup line here. After this, then we'll go back to the F and the D, then we have the D and the B. We slow from the B flat to the B while holding the D and the A. I'm implying the A minor 9, 11. So that's it. So there's a lifting. There's a lifting up. This is the next part. So the next part is what we have. We have this B minor chord. Like a drop down from the B minor. So we are implying the 2 major. No, the 2 is normally minor, but implying the 2 major. So we have a B minor on our left hand, which we have the B, the F sharp, and the D over the F sharp and the D. You can play this. If you can't play this, stretch for this D. You can just hold down this. Yes. So we have the B minor, the B, the F sharp, and the D for right hand, just going chromatically down. So after the B, the next one we have a B flat minor, then down to the A flat minor. So we have taken the whole movement down steps, like chromatically down. So that's it. Then the next chord we have, which is this, a C major over a G7. So there's a pickup line again, the C, D, E. C, D, E to hold the C major chord, second inversion, which I've already spelled out, the E, the C, and the G. While for our left hand we have the G7, which we have the F, the D, and the G. And the next one we have a 2 minor, that's the D minor, first inversion, which from the top to the bottom we have the D, the A, and the F, while still holding down to the G minor, the G7. Sorry about that. So that's it. Then there's this melody they play. There's a lifting up. So what we have there is G and a D, a G and a D, our pinky and our index finger, while it drops down to the C with our thumb. Then the next one we have is a C and a G, while still with the same finger position, while it drops down to the F. So we have so that's it. So everything goes that way. So now we're modulating. We're moving to the modulator part of the song, because the song actually modulated from the C to the C sharp, then they ended up finishing at E flat. So after this, which I've already played, from then you go up, play the same pentatonic scale note I showed you earlier: A flat, B flat, C sharp, E flat. We lift up, then the same thing. So basically everything I've taught you on the key of C, the same progression, because nothing changed. Still played the same. Nothing changed. Still played the same melody, the same chord progression. So you just transpose everything as you know it, as I've taught you the way I showed you in the key of C. Just modulate, like transpose it to the key of G sharp. The same thing. You see, I'm playing basically the same thing. So the only bonus chord, as always, I love you guys, I will give you this bonus chord to replace this movement. So instead of playing this, so we lift up our voice, then we lift up. So there's this chord progression here, this bonus chord here. So we're simply having a C7 and A flat over a C7. So what we have here, we have the C, we have the A flat, we have the E flat. Then for our left hand we have the C7, which we have the E flat, the E and the C. That's a passing to the 3. So it's the same thing. Then then the next thing, so that's it. So the next part after this that I showed you, so it's like the 736. You can check out my 736 chord tutorial. I will add the link to the description, so you go check it out. And I actually broke down this exact chord progression I'm playing here, the 736. Yeah, 736. So after everything, we lift up, then we have, so what we simply have here is C7 sharp 911, I think so. So what we have here, we have the F sharp here. For our right hand we have the F sharp, the E flat, the B flat, while for our left hand we have simply playing the E and the C. Then the next chord we have is the C and an F7, which we have the F on our right hand, we have the C on, we have the, from the top to the bottom we have the F, the C and the A, while for our left hand we have the E flat and the F. So we have, so we have the B minor 11 here. For our right hand we have the F, the C sharp, the A flat, while for our left hand we have the F and the B flat. So we have, then the next part, beyond the hills. So that's it. So after we go to the 6, then the next thing we just invert it over here. We play the B flat minor here for our right hand. For our right hand we have the B flat, the F, the C sharp, while for our left hand we're holding both B flat, the F and the B flat. So you take the movement chromatic down. So the next part we have is this. Yeah. So what we have is this. The next one we have this, the A flat. We have F and we have the C, we have the A flat and we have the E flat. For our left hand we have the F sharp and the A. So we have, so this, the next part we have the C sharp, we have the A flat and the F. For our right hand that's just a D major chord, first inversion, the C sharp, the A flat and the F, while for our left hand simply holding down A octave, can add the E flat. So we have, then the next part we go to the 2 major, that's our D. Normally have an E flat minor on the key of C sharp, but we're playing it major here. So this an E flat major chord. From the top to the bottom, our right hand we have the E flat, we have the B B flat, we have the G and the E flat, while for our left hand we have the B flat, the E flat and the G. If you don't have this stretch for your left hand, you can simply just play the E flat. They can simply play the G, the E flat and the G. That's it. So me under here, you can play from this B minor, this chord. I already showed you this chord already earlier. I can rewind the video to get it. Just play it and bring whole step down, sorry, a semitone down. So the next chord we have a B flat minor, which I've also spelled the B flat, the F and the C sharp over the B flat, the G and the E flat, which is the E flat major chord. Then the next chord progression we have, so we have a pickup line C sharp, E flat, F, just like the same way I played it on the key of C. Like I said, it's basically everything I'm playing. You just transpose everything I've taught you in the key of C. So we have the C sharp, we have the E flat and the F, then the D major over the D major chord, which we have the F, the C sharp and the E flat. On our left hand over A flat 7, we have the F sharp, the E flat and the E flat. Then we'll move it over the F sharp minor, which we have, sorry, I said F sharp minor, the E flat minor. So we have the E flat, we have the B flat and the F sharp for our left hand. Then for our right hand, still holding down the A flat dominant 7 chord, then to the 1. So everything goes in the here, help comes from, help comes from you. Then you see, helps. So basically they modulated to the key of E flat. Same thing I've taught you in the key of C. Modulate is the same chord progression. So it's the same thing. So it's basically the same thing I've taught you in the key of C. You're modulating the same chord progression to C sharp, then move to the E flat. So that's how they just modulated to the song. The only thing that changes, I think, they did, I think the part that changed is the part that they did, the part that they broke down the whole song. The whole song stopped. We live then. Da, 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 da. The part that he lived. We live the past. The part that they stopped, it was just the vocals. We live. They just did. So it's like 6, 5, 4, 1. So for our left hand, we have the C minor. I'll just spell it out. We have the E flat, we have the C flat, and the G. So we have the E flat, the C, and the G for our left, for our right hand. Then for our left hand, from the top to the bottom, we have the C, the G, and the C. Then the B flat major chord. From our right hand, we have the D, the B flat, and the F. While for our left hand, we have the B flat, the F, and the B. Then we have the A flat major chord, which we have the C, the A flat, the E flat, the C for our right hand. For our left hand, we have the A flat, the E flat, and the A. So the next one we have is the E flat major chord. We have the B flat, we have the G, we have the G, we have the E flat, and we have the B flat. What for our left hand, that was for our right hand, from the top to the bottom, the B flat, the G, the E flat, and the B flat. While for our left hand, we have the E flat and the G. So help, then it goes then they did this part, beyond yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. So our help comes from. It's basically the same thing I've taught you in the key of C. So the only thing that changed, I think they did. We realize that we realize then. to our help come, to our help come from. Then they played it again. We are. Then to our help come. So that I'll just teach you that part. So the part what they did was just simply played a C minor chord. For our right hand, we have the C, we have the G and the E flat. That's our C minor. Then for our left hand, we have the C, the G and the C. So we. The next one is a B flat major chord. So we have the B flat from the top to the bottom. We have the B flat, we have the F and the D. While for our left hand, we have the B flat, the F and the B. So next we have the E flat major chord. For our right hand, we have the G, the E flat and the B flat. The G, the E flat and the B flat. While for our left hand, we have the E flat and the G. So weary alive. There's the flat 2. So what we have for our right hand from the top to bottom, we have the F, we have the D and we have the A. And for our left hand, we have the E flat and the F. That's the F sharp, the F7. Then you can just play that same melody I showed you in every. You just play this. So we have what we have there is a G. It's a G minor. Sorry, an E minor. So we have the G, we have the E and the B. The same chord progression. You take it chromatically down. So you see. So from this we have to the F sharp, E flat, B flat, then back to the original chord. So we realize, then to our help. So it's like a circular fourth. They repeated it, they didn't resolve it. So it's we realize to our help. Then this diminished chord here. We have the F, we have the D, we have the B flat and the A flat, the A flat diminished chord. And for our left hand, we have the F, we have the F, we have the D and we have the B. So to our help. I've already spelled out the chord. I've already spelled out the chord also. This is a C minor. Different variation you can play it. I already spelled it, so always rewind the video to get it. Then okay. We realize to our help. Then again. Sorry. To our help. So that's it. Then the next one is an A flat. Is an F minor over the 5. So what we have the F, we have the C and the A flat over the F and the B flat. So basically that's the whole song. Very beautiful song. A lot of chord changes there that can actually help you grow musically as a piano player. So as always, thank you for watching, being part of my community and supporting the channel. I love you guys so much, and as always, if this video was a blessing to you, which I know it was, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification button and like our videos so that you can get notifications from turning on notification, and also like by supporting the channel and subscribing to get updates from us. Thank you so much for watching. Osazmusic as always. God bless you. Cheers.